Well, what a pleasure it is to be here with the legend, Judge Reinhold.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's true.
They start to call you a legend when you're still alive after 50, I think.
So, Judge, we find ourselves here at the Rep. Beautiful location.
Yes, we do.
Here. Yeah, we do. You have a production coming out, and you're the star of the show. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm crazy about the play. I saw the original version on Broadway in 1992, and the audience just floated out on endorphins, and it was one of the funniest plays I've ever seen. And when Will Trice, our artistic manager, who is really just bringing this theater to life and regionally beyond the state, we were looking for something just funny. I just wanted to bring something funny, not existential or troubled or,
right.
You know, and I said, look, I don't particularly want to do something thought-provoking right now. I just want to bring, you know, because
just entertain.
That's right, I do. I think that's where we're at right now.
Right.
You know, we all just want to get out and laugh.
Is it one of those when you saw it on Broadway, did you think, if I get a chance to play that, I'm going to do it?
Oh man, yeah, but I was also intimidated by it.
Really?
Well, because the character I play, the lead guy, he's like a freight train. He's just like a locomotive. And I'm usually the guy who kind of hangs back and, you know, is the reactor, like what I do with Eddie and stuff. So it's great to use that part of myself that's more aggressive and have license to do all that crazy stuff.
So laughter on the 23rd floor.
Yeah.
Some people may not be familiar with this, but so this is based on the 1950s show, Your Show of Shows,
That's
right? This
yeah.
was before Saturday Night Live,
Oh,
things of that
yes.
nature, right?
Your Show of Shows was really the genesis of Saturday Night Live years later. And what's been amazing for us is that it was such a wide open medium, nobody really knew what to do with it.
Breaking new ground.
Well, but it was so undefined.
Oh, I see.
And so NBC found Sid Caesar, who basically my character's based on, and he ran away with it. Just like before there was SNL, there was Your Show of Shows.
So basically they were just kind of seeing what worked.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
This is what works. Let's do it.
NBC had so few cameras that they'd sometimes have to wait for the cameras to come back off the baseball field.
And so this has been transformed to a production, a play, and we're kind of seeing this variety show on stage.
Well, not really. It's the creation of the variety show and the
Okay.
neurosis and the craziness
Gotcha.
behind it.
Gotcha,
So
okay.
it all takes place in the writer's room where they're frantically trying to come up with a show. And they had 3 to 4 days to write it and an audience of 60 million people on Saturday night.
Right.
Now that's 60 million because there was just 3 channels. Okay, if SNL gets 20 million, that's a huge audience. Usually it's around 12.
Well, so we don't have millions here at the Rep, but starting February 1st through the 19th, this is going to be here at the Rep. What can audience members expect to see?
We're laughing a lot, and to the point where the director's like, "Come on, let's get." And I would say that if you have never been to the Rep or live theater, this is the one to come to, especially if you like to go and see comics.
If you like to laugh, this is it.
If you like to, this is what I want to bring.
Right.
This is what I want to bring.
It's exciting.
Yeah. And you know, you can bring your date, and they'll think you're cultured. You can act like, oh yeah, I've been here before. Put on a sport coat, but nobody has to dress up though. I want to, any misconceptions about it. There's no ties. You don't have to wear a jacket. Just come and laugh.
And it's going to be fun to see you in this before you have something else coming up that we're going to be talking about in just a few minutes.
Okay.
All right. With Judge Reinhold here at the Rep in downtown Little Rock, and we've talked a little bit about the production you're putting on here, but let's talk about your career. You've done some exciting things.
Oh yes, let's.
Yes, let's talk about you, and also something very exciting coming up. It's been announced that a Beverly Hills Cop 4 is coming out soon.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. We do too. We finally, Eddie was very determined to wait until we had a really great script, and I'm glad he did.
Right. Is it hard to do sequels like this, or you're just always afraid it's never going to live up to the previous films?
Well, there's no mystery. If you really put the time in, like you wanted it to be, and develop a good story, there's no reason. Usually sequels are just, they're not half-hearted, but they're half-baked.
Right.
This one's fully baked.
That's good. It's
And it should be after
well
20
done.
years.
Sure.
Okay.
It should be after 20 years. Yeah.
Right, yeah, the last 3 came out in 94.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And in 84 will be 40 years since the beginning. And there was a funny moment when my partner plays my sergeant and I are sitting in the front of the car. We kind of reprise this thing, I can tell you this much. Eddie jumps in the back of the car. And so we're rehearsing, and the first time he jumps in, we haven't seen him in, well, I hadn't seen Eddie in at least 10 years. And he said, well, at least we still resemble our characters.
You do.
But it was odd and wonderful to be in that. We were just 2 blocks away from the original location. Wow. And that same configuration of 3 of us and him in the back seat. But the chemistry was just there. It's like it never left.
That's so great.
You know, we were just riffing off each other, and it's amazing.
Judge, I was a police officer for 8 years, and
really?
we talked about this movie, and we, when we were together, we were like, we need to do this. We didn't get in trouble though.
It got me out of some tickets. I'll tell you, it has.
Is there a release date that you can announce yet, or is that still?
I wish I knew. I'm not going to start hassling them until I would think that it would be this year.
Right.
I see it as the original one came out around Christmas time, came out early December. I'd move it back. It's not up to me, but I'd say October, November, December, in there.
That's exciting. So tell me about some of your favorite projects you've worked on in the past. You've done a lot. Before you walked in, we were talking about our favorites.
Oh, please do.
Oh, the Seinfeld Close
Seinfeld.
Talker.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you have to have people still come up to you to this day and mention that role.
It's disconcerting because sometimes they come up nose to nose. I have to make that adjustment and say, oh yeah,
that's what you're doing. Yeah.
Funny thing about that was I didn't know that Jerry had some spatial issues. He's a very nice guy, but there's no but. I mean, he just has his personal space.
Right.
If you get too close, he'll back up, right? I didn't know this. And so when we're rehearsing and I'm getting close to him, everybody's laughing beyond, like, really what's funny. And I asked, and they said, yeah, Jerry really has a spatial issue. And so I just got closer. And I was almost touching his nose. And if you ever see it again, he's so uncomfortable.
Well, that's what made it so great. He was actually uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
We would be remiss if we didn't have this opportunity and someone's watching who wants to get into acting or maybe a comedian. What advice would you have for them?
You got to be funny. Well, for comedy.
Sure.
I started out as a sophomore in high school. And my advice would be just to get on the stage, and there's a lot of community opportunities. A lot of kids, they get to LA with their 8x10 and they're just not ready.
Right.
They're not ready, and that first impression is really important. They don't forget.
Here in Arkansas, we do have a lot of opportunities to get on stage as
Absolutely.
like the rep.
And we have a 3-time Tony winner who's our artistic director, and
So this is
I'm
it's
thrilled.
going to be hard to jump on stage here as your first gig, right?
Yeah.
I got to be in Chicago here. I mean, I'm kind of a big deal,
are
actually.
kind of a
Me and
big
Judge.
deal. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later, Judge.
Yes, yeah.
I'm signing autographs later.
So many great shows. This is definitely one of those that people are going to have. This is a must-see here at the Rep. Get a chance to see you on stage. And we just appreciate you taking time to sit down with us.
Oh yeah, come on out and laugh.
Yeah.
I guarantee. No, it sounds like I'm. No. I'm happy about this one. It's going great and it's very funny and it's what I want to bring. So.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.